Oh, busy morning. What did we get up to today? We
had a call. Oh, hold on, more important. Hold on. Our 4 months time sheet.
It's like carpool karaoke.
That's why I do it. That's the English one. Oh, that's horrible, guys. I won't be long.
You were like, did I sing it wrong? My opinion was so wrong.
What? Here we go.
Welcome to the beautiful Northern Ireland.
It's actually okay today for Monday.
I know.
It's not really.
Actually, yeah.
Any
dry.
day it doesn't rain, Singong.
Yeah. Single.
Yeah.
Today we're going to do it a little bit differently with the Vlogmas. We are going to be doing a little introduction on us, get to know us. I do actually have a few things written on my phone because I am very organized when it comes to content creating. I know that you guys see a lot of Daniel on the page, but do you know who is the brain behind all of it?
Don't you say you're the brain behind. Don't offend me. Don't offend me.
But you know,
you play a special part.
Yes, I do. But we like bounce.
Typing in the caption, you know, it's really hard.
Yeah, editing. Like you don't even know how to split some of the videos.
No. You asked me today, how do you do that? And I still worked it out. So
just dragging it slowly.
It would take me a lot longer. Is that camera bouncing? Because it doesn't show how bad our roads are.
No. Oh, actually,
the roads here are absolutely. Well, this is better now. But like residential roads are so bad.
It's not too bad over here, is it?
Here's fine.
Yeah.
But like I'm outside of a residential area now, but like residential roads are horrible.
So what was I saying? No, actually I have some things written down because I like to be organized. And when you commit to vlogging every day when you have not done it before, it's a lot of work.
It was all your idea. It was my idea.
We think that everyone knows like us, like our story, like how we met, you know, and why we're living in Northern Ireland. Why does Daniel know Cantonese? You know, like all of that. It's just like could be a question mark to many people who come onto our page for the first time. I mean, it's really good having the funny videos, like the, you know, the Guaylo videos or like just the cultural language stuff, but it's like getting to know us. That's what we want to do. That's why we're doing this.
Sounds good to me.
Have you just like turned off already?
Yeah.
This is what happens too.
I think
people think that Daniel's the talker in the relationship. Okay, again, it's on the page, assumptions, right? No, it's true. When we were in Hong Kong, people was like, "Really, Alan talks talks a lot."
Yeah. Especially at night time. Well,
just because my brain just keeps going.
Oh, so responsible. But anyway.
No, it's not.
Well, sometimes.
I think you're used to it now. Been married to me for 8 years.
There you go.
Hong Kong scene? Really?
Mm-hmm.
點解嘅車係 sport mode?
Because you just had it with your elbow.
Oh, 對唔住.
Boom. Eco mode. Cost of living crisis.
Okay, so I am Ellen. I am 32 years old. And I was born and raised in Hong Kong till I was 7. And then I moved to New Zealand. And I did all my schooling there, primary, high school, university. And then in my early 20s, I went to Hong Kong and I lived there for 1.5 years. And half of that time, I was working around you. That's how we met, in Hong Kong.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I am Lady Bắc Ngoi Lan, Northern Ireland, Northern Irish, and I'm 28. And at 18, I also went to Hong Kong, but I went for 2 years. And the reason for that was we were sent as missionaries because we were raised in a religious environment, both of us, religious households. And at a certain age, you can choose to do missionary work. And so we did, and it was a cool opportunity. Did a lot of really cool things, and I was able to embrace the Hong Kong people, the culture, Cantonese, Guangdonghua, and that's why我識講. So I studied really hard when I was there, and really applied myself, and I forced myself to speak it daily with locals, and so yeah, it got quite good. By the end of my time there, I'm still not fluent. I wouldn't even say. Some people say, oh yeah, you are. I don't think I am, because it's nowhere near as good as my English. So, but 我溝通到, right? So I can communicate about most things and hold my own in a conversation, but I'm not perfect. Yeah, all the basics kind of down. But the main thing that I focus on, I think a lot of people compliment me on, is like the intonation, right? It's hard. But I never really struggled with it, to be honest. It kind of clicked for me, the tones. I kind of just got a grips of them early on, so the tones and the pronunciation being so important. And then after that, I added vocab over a period of time. Kept adding vocab from just daily life and daily study, and then I got to a level, I would say, after a couple of years of living in Hong Kong, that yeah, I could converse about most things.
Yeah.
And I'd be comfortable enough. And if I wasn't, I could just ask them to say it one more time or explain that point, please.
We got married in Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
But before we got married, we should actually talk about how we got together.
Yes, so how did we get together? So Ellen went home slightly before me.
Like maybe 2 weeks?
End of 2015, I then went home, start of 2016. It was only like a matter of weeks. And when she got home, I got an email, because the only way we would contact... I'm hurting my back, leaning across there, my lower back's killing me.
Well, lean it this way then.
No, this way, sorry.
Okay.
So the only way we would really communicate was with via email to our families, like families and close friends, like weekly. And because Ellen and I, during a good portion of the missionary service, that time period, we were working around each other. That's why we were familiar with each other, although we weren't dating, but we knew each other quite well. And I definitely liked her, and I kind of knew she liked me. Yeah, my whole anxiety, right?
Yes, but it was after we both got home, and then we would Skype. Remember the good old days?
Yeah, I know, we would call each other every day, right?
And WhatsApp, we'll like send voice notes to each other. And then you booked your flight to come to
Yeah, I booked a flight
Zealand?
literally like the week I was home. I was like, right, that's it. And I actually bought a ring as well, because I was like, well, she lives in New Zealand, and it's like 2 days to get there. So, and I was going for like 2 months. I wasn't going for just a week or two. So I was like, by the end of that time frame, if I feel what I already kind of feel, but on a much more serious, deeper level, then yeah, I think I would ask her to marry me. And yeah, so I got there, and yeah, we spent, how many days was I there before we actually did that one? A couple of days? A few days?
I think it was a few days. You proposed like the 10th.
Yeah.
I feel like you went got there like the 7th or something. Maybe like 3 or 4 days. 4 days. I think it's 4 days. I'm pretty sure that's in my head. That's like I need to look back.
And obviously I wanted to let her father know, who's from Hong Kong, what my kind of purpose was in being here. It was like, obviously I like your daughter, right? It's kind of obvious. Why would I fly across the whole world to see this girl? So anyway, her dad would wake up like really early, like 5 a.m. I was awake, and I heard the footsteps. So I was like, it's my opportunity to go and have a conversation with Baba Chan. And so I did. I went out, and he was in the living room, and I went in and was just like, had basic conversations about, myself and blah blah blah, and kind of my purpose. And I was like, well, I am here because我好鍾意你個女, right? But all being well, like my purpose, 我嘅目的就係想同佢結婚.
Yeah.
Right? So
想求婚.
求婚, yeah. So he was like, wow, 恭喜恭喜, and I was like, no, I haven't done it yet, but
we're in the talks of
so but he was very happy, and he gave me obviously his blessing and things like that. I was like, really grateful. Yeah, he asked me Baba Chan asked me, where would you like to get married? I said Hong Kong. Obviously he's from Hong Kong, lots of family still live there, so he was delighted to hear that. So
we woke up, and
I went back to bed. Yeah, you woke up, I then saw you, we were like, oh, sick Joe Chan, and then we went out, and your mum was there, your sister was there too, right? Your dad was there, and so we grabbed breakfast, and we're all like sitting down, basic conversation, everyone's eating, and then just out of the blue,
he said that Daniel and Ellen are getting married.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that Daniel had a talk with him.
That was not the plan. So yeah, Baba Chan just said, yeah, Gong Hei Day on getting married, and I was like, what? We're not even engaged. I haven't said a word. But Ellen kind of knew, like,
we talked about it.
We talked about, like, one day in the not too distant future, we would like this to happen.
Yes.
So it happened extremely quickly. We enjoyed our time in New Zealand. We travelled all over New Zealand.
Yes.
Ellen then came after I got home, short period of time. She then came to Ireland for a period of time. We travelled around Ireland and saw different things and spent a lot of time.
We got married within like 6 months of being engaged.
And then we were married that summer. So I turned up start of 2016 to see her, and in July 26th is our anniversary, right?
Yeah, that's
so
right.
July 26th that year we were married in Hong Kong, and it was Hoi.
Oh my goodness.
It was,
and it was amazing because like both
crazy.
families, like from Daniel's family, a lot of relatives came over, and then my family in Hong Kong, my mum's from Taiwan, so her family came over from Taiwan.
It was a massive wedding. It was a great celebration, and we had a great day. And then we travelled around Hong Kong doing like the tourist things with all my family as well. Ellen's family were involved too, and we did like Big Buddha and cable cars, and Dio,
cool.
The Peak. We did all the things that you would do as a tourist with my family, and they love Hong Kong as well. So
it'd be cool to take them back
we went to Taiwan as well. Taiwan, where your mum's from.
for our honeymoon. And we went back to New Zealand, and we were like,
started life. I remember sitting on the plane because remember I hadn't been to uni, I hadn't any qualifications, and it is like in the way we were raised, it's kind of like encouraged that you would get married younger. It's kind of just one of those things. It's quite normal, and I think it's healthy in some ways, and I think it's unhealthy in some ways too, because the stress that you put yourself under when you're so young and so naive. And it didn't really hit us until we're on the plane. We were just celebrating and partying and having fun, and we're about to start life together. And I had Ellen had a degree. She's a bit older than me, so she had her music degree and stuff already, but I had nothing, although I had played golf at a good level. So I was like, maybe I'll do something in golf out there. We both got our heads down. I found work, Ellen found work, and we got our own little place, and then it's been just a uphill grind since then. Zach was born within a year, so 11 months after we got married he was born. So that happened quick. And he's great. He's 7 now. And
then after we had Zach, we decided that it would be good to move to Northern Ireland, be closer to Daniel's family. And this is one thing that I didn't have, like with me being an immigrant kid, is that you don't get to be around your extended family, and we wanted that for our kids, was to be closer. Now, saying that my parents are still in New Zealand, and they did live like by plane an hour away. I've been here for nearly 7 years. For me, it'll be in April.
7 years?
April next year. 7 years.
No.
Yeah, it is. 2018. We're in 2024 now.
Oh yeah, we've done 6 years. Oh yes, next year. Yeah, but next year's 7 years.
Like going
it's still
into
months
the
away.
7th.
Yeah. Nearly. Not far off 7 years. We've been living back in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
And we do like it.
It's good to like the different cultures. I think this is something that we want to like also highlight more of the Northern Irish culture, as much as like we do a lot of Cantonese content, and our connection to Hong Kong and our love for like the Cantonese language, the culture. It's cool to also showcase like here in Ireland, like the beautiful place here.
Yeah, so we'll definitely do a bit of that as well.
Yeah.
The only thing here, like here's beautiful. When you have a beautiful summer's day and it's blue skies and it's sunny, I've said to Ellen a million times, there's very few places nicer than Ireland. Like it's beautiful, it's very beautiful scenery, but it can be very miserable because the climate is not great, and it rains a lot, and it can get very cold. And we actually live by like a seaside town, and so the sea's right next to you, so it always feels 10-20%. Yeah, it feels at least 10-20% colder than what it even says, and the wind just like cuts through. Doesn't matter how many layers you're wearing, it just cuts through anyway. And
then early this year we decided to start social media, so we're not even being
to be fair, Ellen had mentioned to me you should do something on social media for several years, but I never really felt comfortable. I felt like
what do we talk about?
I'm very critical of myself, even with my Cantonese and stuff. I said, I don't like how I sound here, or I want to improve, because I'd say I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I want to make sure things are as close to perfect as possible, even though I know I'm still a white guy. It's not going to be perfect, but I want to try and make it as perfect as possible. So I guess I'm hard on myself, but it happened off the cuff because you just happened to video me, and the first video we put up was me getting some free Chinese food from the local takeaway, because I spoke Cantonese to the owners who were from Hong Kong, and I was just laughing eating this food, and Ellen recorded it short video, 10-12 seconds, and it did hundreds of thousands of views, and I was like, this is so unusual. There's so many likes and so many comments and so many things. What do we do?
Well, because they want proof.
They want, because I didn't speak Cantonese in the video.
Yeah, they want proof to be like, okay, well, speak it then, you know, show that you actually know Cantonese, because Cantonese is such a hard language.
Yeah.
And it's, you don't really, like, we do see a lot of people, foreigners that learn Mandarin.
Yeah, but Cantonese not so much.
Not so much
so,
in Cantonese.
So yeah, I started to respond to, Ellen was saying, respond to this comment by saying, you know, what the menu would be in Cantonese or whatever. And so we started to shoot some videos doing that, and they continued to do well. And so we started doing Instagram, we started doing share content there, and that was mid-January this year. So we've had a good 10, 11 months coming up.
Yeah.
Nearly a year. Start of next month will be a year. So, and it's been a crazy year. It's been great. We've been back to Hong Kong twice. We've met some amazing people. We've connected with some amazing people, and we've built a wonderful community of people that we absolutely adore, and we love reading a lot of the positive comments, a lot of beautiful messages that we get, and so we're very grateful. And I guess that then it becomes easier to then want to create content whenever you have an audience that enjoys what you're doing
and relates to it,
and gives you some really nice positive feedback. So for that, we're extremely grateful. This is very new for us, like trying to do YouTube.
Yes.
This is we want to document maybe just a little bit more about who we are and what we get up to and what it's like.
And then we're just normal. We're just normal people like you guys.
Of course we're normal.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying like we're weird or anything. It's just that, like, I feel like sometimes when you put everything on social media, everything seems to be like you know, dramatized, and like it's all like over the top, or like, you know.
I don't think ours is too much.
No.
Like, really. What you see on social media with us is fairly real. Like if there's a singing video in Cantonese, it's because normally I play guitar, and when the boys would go to bed, I would sit and sing in English to Ellen. Ellen would be like, oh, can you play our wedding song in English? And I would just play it along, and we'd just sit and chill and have a laugh together. And then because we really started doing like some Cantonese with the content, she was like, why don't you try a Canto pop song? I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So when we would sit and chill, then I would learn one and I'd just have a laugh. Ellen just happens to be behind the camera and keeps shooting content, and then we just post them. So it is kind of real and organic, and we want to try to keep it that way as much as possible. Denise, like, Cantonese is so important to us as well, and we love the culture and everything. So we want to help our boys experience that, which is why.
That's the thing, is that I think for us, again, like, every family does it differently, and I think for our family, we just want to make it fun. We want to make it interactive. We want them to enjoy the process of learning Cantonese, not feel like, you know, sit down, write these characters down, learn it word by word, you know, and so on. So it's moments where, like, for example, our oldest, he would actually watch a lot of the educational videos that Daniel does, even on your Discord, you know, and he'll actually listen to the stuff, and he'll like go and repeat them, and he'll tell me what he knows and he remembers, and that works for him. Our youngest, it's easier because he's just learning a language, like he's learning both languages at the same time. It's so much easier, because
normally喺屋企你同佢講廣東話，
我從全部講廣東話。
And我都會講我講 English normally, like, you know, in and out of conversations 我同你講廣東話, you know, so he knows a lot. He understands a lot.
But let us know what you want to see, what conversations you would like us to have.
But during this process, we're just going to, like, day to day, what we are getting up to, we'll shoot a little bit of it, and we're going to keep documenting more and more on YouTube. And then as we go into the new year, we want to kind of fine tune that into something that we think perhaps people will relate to. So you guys can be a part of helping us work that out, I guess, because we haven't a clue what we're doing.